Okay, back with the second half of turn 3, 7:15, Antietam Glory 3, the 160th anniversary of Battle of Antietam, Sharpsburg. So we are starting back up here in the second half of the turn. So far we've had 5 chits played: Hooker, Jackson, Mansfield, Longstreet, Stewart. We've got 5 left here, which are going to be Union Artillery, Jackson, Stewart, and Longstreet. So the situation still is as is, where the Confederates are starting to recover and hopefully maybe even counterattack this turn, but we'll see how it goes. The Union kind of has a lull in the battle here as Hooker pulls back and starts to recover a little bit. So we'll see if Lee, Jackson, and Longstreet can take advantage. So the next chit is actually Jackson. So let's see if he can get something started here. So let me position back over here and get you seeing Jackson's units. Okay. So here we have Jackson. It's going to be Lawton, Jones, Anderson, are the primary division leaders. So at this point, we've got a couple things. We've got Lawton tried to counterattack before, but failed. Now these guys are in trouble. No, not trouble, but they're disordered. They need to recover again. Would like to push them back a little bit, give some room to maneuver, but I'm not sure. Not sure if they're going to be able to be the ones to do it. That'd be 6. Again, they're up on the hill there, so it provides a nice defensive position for them. I could try to combine, which would be Jones and Lawton. They're 3 plus 3 is 6. I'd have to roll a 7 or higher for them to actually combine. And what that would do is allow more units to potentially flank them and get a bonus. But I don't think that's gonna work. I think what I may need to do was 9. That's not good because they're only 1 and 4, so that's 5. So I may need to take Lawton here and pull him back. I think he may go with him first. Now he's got his artillery up here. Really doesn't have anything to fire at him. He could do some long range shots at let's see what they say. Yeah, they could do some long 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at Doubledays. Range of 7. That'd be +2. Nothing for range. Alright, they'll take the shot. They should be able to see them going across here because it's the same level and there's nothing blocking them between there and there. So they need a 9 with a +2. Well, 3 plus 2 is 5, so it does not get them anything. So they are done. So now Lawton has to pull back troops. And I think what he's going to do, let's see, we've got 2 batteries up there, so that's going to be, I think he's going to go 1, 2 over to there, get him out of the way. And he will be a no rally over there. And these guys will be staying put where they are. Thinking they could move up, but yeah, I think one of these units, Hayes, will move up to there. He's not going to attack, but he's just going to position there. And then Douglas is gonna recover over there. So let's do some recoveries. We've got Douglas B over here. He's a 6 or less. Rolls a 4, so he's in good shape. Next one is Walker. He needs a 6 or less. Rolls a 3, so he's in good shape. Next one we have over here is Douglas A. Needs a 5 or less. Rolls a 7, so he's still not coming back yet. Okay, so that will do it for Lawton. Next, I think we've got to bring up Jones. I think we do. He can fire over them. He's a medium gun. He's going to be firing this way. So he fires at him. He'll be a medium range, so that's going to be +0. Now let's see, that will be through here and through here. So that's okay. So he'll be a +2. So it'll be 9 with a +2 on the dice. Well, 8 + 2 is 10. So that's going to be a cohesion hit. So 7 or less. Rolls a 9. Ooh, that's key because that disorders Gibbon. And now he becomes fired right there. Now he is a short range. He can't shoot at anybody because everything's in the way. But now I think it's time that Warren over here advances this way into there like so. Yeah, he can move over here like this, and then he'll be attacking here. Now he is in the frontal hex of another unit. This is where I borrow from the Joie de Gloire version of this game, where there'll be a negative modifier because he's in the frontal hex of Patrick over here in the attack. So there'll be a -1 to that. So it'll be helpful. He'll be helpful, but not as helpful as he could have been if Patrick wasn't there. And next we're going to move up Penn in there. And then we're also going to move up Grigsby, excuse me, up to there. And they're going to attack. Now, oh, I just remembered. I'm sorry. I take that statement back because he'll be covering for him. So he'll be able to make the attack without the negative modifier. If Stark wasn't there, then we'd have another story to tell. Okay, so let's see. He's up here like that. So the attack's going to be against Gibbon. Gibbon can try to defensive fire against Penn and his stack there. So he will start out, needs a 7 or higher. He's disordered, so it's a -1. It is on open ground, but he's up 1 level, which is no effect. So he does get a +1 on the dice roll. Yeah. Yep, +1 on the dice roll. Nothing for the cornfield. Let's see. Cornfield. He's in cornfield. Actually, he doesn't get +1 for that. He's in the cornfield. I forgot. So it's actually going to be 7 with a -1 on the dice. Rolls a 7, goes down to 6. That fails. Or the defensive fire fails, so the attack succeeds. So now it's going to be these guys against them. So it's going to be 4 + 1 is 5, +3 is 8 against 5. That is going to be a 3-2 advantage. He is on open ground, but he is facing an uphill attack over here. So the open ground will get him, because he's slightly higher than a 3-2 odds, get him to 2-1, so it's +2. Because he's coming uphill, that's going to be a -1, so it actually goes back down to a 1. Cohesions are now equal, so there's no modifiers for cohesions, and he is attacking through the rear hex side. Actually, it's a combination of front and rear hex side, so that's going to be a +2. There's going to be a +3 on the dice, so they need a 5 with a +3. 5 + 3 is 8. Retreats and cohesion check. Now he's only got one way to go. He goes over here, under. I'll be going under him. Now he's got a cohesion check of 6. He needs a 6 or less to stay in the game. Rolls a 0. He's okay. So now they're stacked over there. So now I think I'm going to take pen, because everybody's a 6 cohesion, and move up like that. And they'll actually face that way. So here comes Jones, countering attack, pushing back Gibbon, who was exposed out here, and kind of readjusting the line a little bit. So he's not going to attack. I don't think it's profitable over here because he's going to be in the open, so his defensive fire will be, he'll need an 8 or higher with a +1. Then if he does make it, he's a 3 to 4, so it's less than a 1, plus a -1 for terrain, +1 for this, so it's pretty much even odds for the attack. So I think we'll leave it alone. We'll take with success with what we've got, and I don't think Jones has any other artillery to fire, or any other recoveries to do. So that's pretty good. Next, let's see, Lawton. Next we've got D.H. Hill. So D.H. Hill is over here. And first we'll start with some artillery. Or actually, let's go with the reserve artillery here first. We've got these guys up here, which will fire at this hex right here, Seymour's hex. And that will be +3 in the cornfield, doesn't modify anything. Range of 3, so need a 9 with a +3. Rolls a 5 + 3 is 8. That doesn't affect anything. Second one over here, he's going to take a canister shot at Gordon. He's going to be short range, so +1, +3 for the strength is 4. Open terrain is no effect, so needs a 9 with a +4. Rolls a 9 + 4 is 13. That's an automatic disorder. Yeah, automatic disorder. So he disorders. Oops. Goes back in here. So this is a good counterattack by Jackson here. Next we have our reserve artillery back here, which I think is going to try to go after Doubleday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Range modifier is 0. He's in cornfield, so there's no terrain. With just the strength is +2. So need a 9 with a +2. Rolls another 9. That's 11. So it's a CR on them. So 7 to the top one. He's okay. And bottom one is 3. He's okay. Now they'll actually counter battery, I think he says. Yeah, I think he'll counter battery. I'm just wondering if I could do both of them there. I know I can return fire with one of them there, but yeah, so we can return fire. They both can actually return fire back, so I think they will. So that will be strength of 3. There's 2 artilleries firing together. That makes 5. Range is medium, which is 6, which is -1, which brings them down to 4. And terrain is cornfield again, so need 9 with a +4. Rolls a 0, so that's a miss. So they returned fire, and they fired. Now we've just got the last one, which is just off camera. I'm going to tilt this around a little bit. There we go. He will take a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's a long range, so there's no modifiers. He's a +3 on the dice, so it needs a 9 with a +3. Rolls a 6, +3 is 9, so that's a cohesion check. 7. Rolls an 8, so he is disrupted. Okay, and that will be all of the reserve artillery for Longstreet. Or excuse me, Jackson. That's return fire comes off there. Okay, so now we'll reposition back here a little bit. And now we have over here D.H. Hill's turn. So Hill's guns right here will take a shot at Gordon. Now this could be devastating right here because they're a 1 strength. They're an L, so one hex, canister range. They're 1, so it's +2, and nothing for terrain. So it's going to be a 9 with a +2. Roll a 2. 2 + 2 is 4. That's not going to do anything. Next, we've got Hill's guns over here, which I think are going to target. So I don't think they can see them. Yeah, that's higher terrain there, so they can't see them. They can see this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So their short range at 4 is going to be a -1. Yeah, they're short. Yep, -1. Strength is 3, so it's going to be +3 on the dice. Needs a 9 or higher with +3. 3 + 3 is 6. Doesn't do anything. So that's all the artillery for Hill. Now Hill wants to do something. He's seeing all these attacks going on over to the right. He's got units kind of in position, but he's in position, but he's out of position. I think he's got a strength of 3, 7. I think he's going to be a little defensive, and he's going to move him up to there, reinforce them, bring Rhodes up in with the artillery right there. Yeah, he's got 3 units off the board. I think that's all he's going to do for now. We will try to recover those at the end of the turn that are in the recover box. Okay, so that is it for Jackson. Made some good counterattack moves to the right, pushing back Doubleday's units. Next we've got Stuart again. This could be Stuart's second. So he has units. Actually, let me go to the widescreen here and show you what this looks like. He's a bit all over the place. He's got units several spots. Up over here in this general vicinity. And then behind, coming up as reinforcements, behind Longstreet's men, Anderson's men, back below, just off camera to the south. So I think we will start up to the north here with Fitzlee's units. He's recovered. So we'll start with our artillery. 2, 3, 4. So he's got Jones's artillery here. They'll fire at Phelps over here in the cornfield. So it's going to be a +2 on the dice for strength. Nothing for range. And that'll be it. So 9 with a +2. Rolls a 0. That's a miss. And next we go with Pelham up here, which he doesn't have anybody to shoot at, so he's gonna pass on his shots. I think they'll just move, and I think he's could get aggressive with them because they can't move. I think we will 1, 2 to there, and then I think we will have him join him 1, 2, 3 just for coverage. He's in a good spot back there. Last one is going to recover up here. Okay, and then we have to the south, just off camera. Actually, let me tilt you down now so you can see it. See them. We have Hampton's units right in here. Now they're kind of in a bit of a logjam because they're behind Anderson and McLaws. I think we're going to have them go a little cross country here by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll end up over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, whoops! It's only 8. Sorry, because they're using strategic movement, so it's +2 on them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that's all they can do. So they're gonna struggle behind a little bit just because of the cross country move. And then of course we have Mumford back here, which is not, he's not going to move. So the only other thing that we have is back over here with Stewart. And if I position it back here a little bit, there we go. We have this unit that needs to recover. So he is a strength of, or a cohesion of 6. He needs a 6 or less. Rolls a 1, so he's in good shape. Okay, that's all for Stewart. Just a couple more chits in the cup. Hayes' artillery right there. So that's the artillery back over on this side. Back over to the east. Now 2 of these batteries here and here are disordered. So there's not going to be a lot of, I don't think there's going to be any firing because I don't think he's got range on anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's a medium at 10. Yeah, he can't fire at that. So just going to be recoveries. We'll take the reserve C unit first. He's a 7. He'll need a 7 or less. Rolls a 5, so he's back in good shape. And then we'll take reserve B. He also is a 7. He rolls an 8. Oh, that's not good. All right, well, they'll get a second chance to recover here in a moment. Next one, Longstreet. All right, so Longstreet, and then we'll have Hayes after that. So let's switch over to the larger camera. Here we go. And take a look at Longstreet's position. His troops are kind of, all over the map here. Up to the north, we have Hood up here. They're in good shape. They've recovered all of their units. So they could potentially attack here, but we're coming to the end of the turn. Be that. So I think that's kind of interesting. Artillery really doesn't have anything. Hood's artillery is back behind. I may reposition them shortly if they can push them back. Now, question is, what do I want to do with, I think the other law unit over there is going to stay put. He will come up one to there. He will come up one. Yeah, replace him behind him. There. Like so. And then he will also advance to there. Alright, that frees up a little bit of room. Well, the one medium might be okay. So he's going to move up 2 to there, 3. Yeah, he's going to have to stop there, and then he's going to come in with that reserve unit right there. Okay. Now, looking at this for attacks, I'm now kind of interested in the attack over here and the attack over here. I think we're going to do them, to be quite honest. Let's take this one first, Wilford. So he's going to go against Williams here, who's disordered. So Williams will get defensive fire. He'll need a 8 or higher, -1 for disorder, +1 for open ground. So he still needs an 8 or higher. Rolls a 3. It was close. That almost looked like an 8. So now the attack goes over this way. So it's a 1-to-1. So there's no strength modifiers. Cohesion is going to be a +2 because it's 7 to 5. And then the train is open, but there's no odds, no adjusting the odds. So it's going to be, it needs a 5 with a +2. Oh, rolls a 1. Ouch. The Texans don't do it. 1 goes to 3, which is automatically disorders. Cohesion check to see if he retreats. Nobody's getting success. So now cohesion. He is now a 6. Rolls a 3, so he stands firm. Oh, ouch. That hurt. All right, this one over here. So he's firing. He needs an 8. He's not disordered, so he'll get a +1. So he needs an 8 or higher with a +1 on dice. So 4 + 1 is 5. Doesn't make it. So now it's a 1-to-1. Now the cohesion modifier is +3. And there's no terrain modifier. So he needs now a 5 with a +3 on the dice. 3 + 3 is 6. That does it. So they have to retreat and take a cohesion test. They're 4. Roll a 0, so they're okay. So now he has to advance in. And I think he's got to go like that. Not great, but it is a good position. This one was a tough one over here, but that's the way the battle goes. Okay, so that's all for Hood at the moment. Now let's switch back to the top view for the rest of them. So we have Dr. Jones moving up over here, and actually he is in a really good position to counterattack here. He's in range. Everybody's in range. That's good. So the artillery is not firing. Both of these guys are moving up. He's going to hold back there. I think I'm going to have... He's going to go over there. He's going to go up to here, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Okay. So one attack is going to be right here. Heartlet will, Hearts Off, excuse me, will fire defensively. So he needs an 8. They are in open ground, so it's going to get +1. 8 with a +1. 3 + 1 is 4, doesn't make it. So now it's going to be 6 against 4, so it's a 3 to 2 odds. which makes it a +1 on the dice. +1 cohesion, 7 to 6. Terrain, no modifiers, so it's +2. So they need a 5 with a +2 on the dice. Well, 7 + 2 is 9. So they have to retreat and take a disorder test. So they've got to go here because this unit is blocking their retreat over there. So their cohesion is a 6 or less. They roll a 1, they're okay. So now he's going to move Walker. Jay Walker is going to move up here, like so. And that'll be all for Dr. Jones. Okay. Next, we have Walker, the division leader Walker over here, which I think they're going to stay put. There's no need to change. We also have Longstreet's reserve artillery, which I think they're in decent position. We'll get Evans here in a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Range 7. They're long, so they can hit them. So it's going to be 0. +4 on the dice for their strength. 4 plus 0 is 4. That's going to be a miss. These guys are in short range. It's not going to be very good. And what else do we have down here? Not much else. They're short range, so they're not going to be able to hit up there. Very well. Yeah, I think that's it for the reserve artillery for Longstreet. Now we've got Anderson and McLaws. So let's get Anderson moving into position over here because he's holding the center. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And next we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure where Anderson will go yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Anderson, I think, will wind up right back in there. All right, so he's in a good position. At least get set up to hold in front of Sharpsburg. Now McLaws, I think he's going to set up right back here for now. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 2, 5, 6. Still there. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He'll come to there, I think. And that'll do it. That'll be all for Longstreet. So his reinforcements are coming along pretty good, firming up the defenses. And we have the last chit, which is just Hayes, back over here. So we will just realign ourselves. We've got a recovery and a possible shot with everything. There we go. Okay. So over here, we're going to take a shot. And I think he's up 1, 2. Yeah, he's up 2 levels. It's not at the highest, but he's at 4. Oh no, he's not up at the higher. Well, he's up at the higher level than them, and higher level than them. I think he's going to take a shot at Evans here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I didn't get Evans going. It's okay. So he's going to take a shot at them. 5. Again, that's my fog of war. Fog of war. So firing it long is no range modifiers. +4 on the dice. And nothing for terrain. So it needs a 9 +4. Rolls 4 + 1 is 5. It's a miss. Okay. Then the only other one is going to be this attempted recovery. So he's a 7 or less. Rolls a 7, so he's back in good order. Okay, that'll do it. That's all for the turn. That's all the activations, I should say, for the turn. The only other thing is we've got to attempt recoveries. Now, I'm just going to reposition our camera here a little bit so that you can see this like that. There we go. Okay. So we have these two units here. It's GB Anderson A and Ripley B that can potentially recover and come back on the board. Now what they need to do is roll their cohesion or less, but it's their disordered cohesion. If they roll that, they'll come back on the board and they get positioned with Hill. If not, they're eliminated completely from the game. So we'll start with Anderson first. He needs a 5 or less. Rolls a 1, so he can come back. All right, I'll position them here in a minute. The second one is Ripley. He needs a 5 or less. Rolls a 2, so both of these get to come back. Let's see where they're going to wind up. We are going to put them over here. They've got to be right around Hill. And actually, Hill's hex is open. And 1, 2, 3. They're 3 away. Okay, so they can go right with Hill. Right there. Okay, so that's all for the recovery. The other ones, there's 2 others in here. 1 Union, 1 Confederate. There's Ripley A. And then Seymour A. now come to the recovery box. So they'll get their chance to recover next turn. That'll be the 8 o'clock turn. And potentially get back on the board here. So after the 7:15 turn, a little bit of counterattacking by Hood and J.R. Jones, pushing back Doubleday, and a little bit of the 12th Corps, kind of retaking some of the ground that was lost early. The Union has slowed down the attack. They've only got two activations there. Hopefully they'll get more the next turn, and I'll keep you posted on that one once we get there. And it's a little slow for McClellan, kind of looking much like what had happened back 160 years ago. So thank you for watching. This is the end of turn 3, 7:15. We'll be moving on to turn 4, and hope to see you then. Thanks. Bye-bye.